Welcome back to my channel. Today. We're diving into the history of one of the most iconic symbols of freedom and democracy, the Statue of Liberty. From its origins to its lasting impact on the world, let's uncover the story behind Lady Liberty. The Statue of Liberty, or Liberty Enlightening the World, was a gift from France to the United States. But did you know this massive monument almost didn't happen? In the 1860s, French politician Edouard René de Laboulaye, an abolitionist and supporter of the Union during the American Civil War, proposed a monument to celebrate the end of slavery and commemorate the strong ties between France and America. Sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi was tasked with designing the statue, and the project took over a decade to complete. Initially, Bartholdi envisioned it standing at the entrance of the Suez Canal, but when that plan failed, the idea was repurposed for New York Harbor. Building the statue was no small feat. Bartholdi designed the exterior, but the internal structure was engineered by none other than Gustave Eiffel, the man behind the Eiffel Tower. The statue was constructed in pieces in France. Its outer layer consists of copper sheets hammered into shape with a steel framework holding it all together. In 1884, after years of construction, Lady Liberty was finally completed in France and then disassembled for the voyage to New York. The statue arrived in 350 individual pieces packed into 214 crates. Imagine putting together a giant 151-foot-tall puzzle. But that's exactly what workers did on Bedloe's Island, now known as Liberty Island. Now, let's talk about the statue's symbolism. Everything about Lady Liberty was carefully chosen to represent ideals of freedom and democracy. The torch she holds high represents enlightenment, guiding people toward liberty. The 7 spikes on her crown symbolize the 7 seas and 7 continents, indicating that liberty should be shared worldwide. And though often overlooked, there are broken chains at her feet, symbolizing the end of oppression and slavery. She stands facing southeast, welcoming ships and immigrants arriving from across the Atlantic. Her image has long been associated with hope for a better future. Interestingly, the statue's arrival didn't mean the end of the challenges. The United States was responsible for building the pedestal on which the statue would stand. But there was a problem. They ran out of money. Enter Joseph Pulitzer, the famous newspaper publisher. Pulitzer used his newspaper, The World, to launch a nationwide fundraising campaign. He appealed to the common people, and in return for even small donations, he promised to print their names in his paper. This grassroots campaign raised over $100,000 to say enough to complete the pedestal. On October 28, 1886, the Statue of Liberty was finally dedicated in a grand ceremony led by President Grover Cleveland. This wasn't just a symbol for the United States, but for people across the globe. From the late 19th to early 20th centuries, millions of immigrants arrived in America through Ellis Island, and the first sight that greeted them was Lady Liberty. She became a symbol of hope and a new life, embodying the American dream. Poet Emma Lazarus captured this sentiment in her famous sonnet, The New Colossus. Inscribed on a plaque at the base of the statue, the poem reads, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door." These words forever connected the statue with the idea of America as a refuge for those seeking freedom. Over the years, Lady Liberty has needed some TLC. In 1984, the statue underwent a massive restoration in time for its centennial celebration in 1986. Workers replaced the torch, which had deteriorated, and reinforced the copper and steel framework. Today, the statue remains a powerful symbol of freedom, not just for the US, but for people worldwide. Visitors from around the globe come to see her, to remember her message of hope, and to be inspired by her enduring presence. The Statue of Liberty is more than just a monument. It's a reminder of the ideals that nations aspire to: freedom, equality, and justice. Her torch lights the way, even in the darkest of times, as a symbol of hope for all. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into history. Until next time, keep exploring.